just wondering, under the normal schedule, you would have been in Delhi learning some wisdom from Ricky Ponting at this time. How disappointing is it not to be there, and how are you kind of reflecting on that as a missed opportunity or whatever?
Yeah, obviously it would be nice to be in Delhi playing cricket still, and it was my first time selected to be a part of the IPL. So currently at this stage, it's looking likely that might not go ahead. But I guess I look at it as I'm healthy, I'm safe, and getting to spend a lot of time with my family. So it was a big couple of years on the cricket field. So to have to spend time at home has been quite nice doing that. But as you mentioned, it is something that I would much prefer to be doing, as would a lot of the other players. And unfortunately, at this stage, it's not looking likely. But again, I'm still really positive. I'm sure the world will move in the way that we want it to, and there's still that hope later in the summer or in the season that the IPL will go ahead and the World Cup, but we'll wait and see.
Thanks, Rambo. Second show, first change, or I should say, Luke Duffy.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Alex. We don't know really anything at this stage, but you mentioned the World Cup there. We saw how successful the women's one was and how well they did. Seeing that, how disappointing would it be for you to not have that competition go ahead later on this year?
It would be disappointing. Obviously, we've had a big couple of T20 series in the last probably 6 months, which we're playing some really good cricket in that format at the moment, and if it doesn't go ahead, it's going to be disappointing for myself and a lot of other people as well who would love to watch the T20 World Cup. As you mentioned, the women's was so successful, and seeing 80,000-90,000 there at the MCG, it's an amazing spectacle. So hopefully sport can find a way to come back, and hopefully it's before the T20 World Cup, and it goes ahead. But we've got to put the virus first and foremost, and making sure everyone's healthy and safe before we can even consider going back and even training, I guess, as a team. So it would be disappointing, but again, much bigger things right now that is out of my control, and everyone else's. So we'll wait and see.
We'll go to Andrew McGlashan now. Andrew.
Thanks, Cole. Hi, Alex. Just to keep on the theme of the T20 side, really, it was a format that's probably fair to say it took Australia a little while to find a balance that worked for you guys. It looks as though over the last 6 months that it really has come together. What do you think was the key in finding that consistency in T20 cricket format for you?
Yeah, I think getting the group together and keeping it quite consistent. We know that our opening batters are likely to be Finch and Warner, and you throw Steve Smith in at the top of the order. Probably experienced a little bit with number 4 when Glenn took some leave. So we've been pretty consistent with our lineup the last 6 to 12 months, and it's really valuable doing that. You know what your bowlers' strengths are, you know what the spinners can do. Zampa and Agar were fantastic, and the top of the order were making the runs. So it was very enjoyable. Quite a consistent group with our roles very specific. So we had a really good understanding, and again, I'm very optimistic. I think if in 6 months' time the World Cup goes ahead, we're playing some really good cricket. We like our conditions here in Australia, and I know the guys are still keeping fit and staying strong. So if we do get an opportunity to play, I think our game will be ready to go.